folks. It is April the 22nd, and we're back after him again this morning. Me and Kolten came back out. We're kind of in that same area that we were the other day, close to where I saw that snake. And there's lots of turkey tracks in here, lots of fresh sign. There's a big creek just north of us right here. And from what I found the other day, those turkeys are roosting in that area. We just got off work this morning, so we're a little late getting in here again as usual, but should be plenty of time for them to come off the roost before they make it this far this way, but this seems to be the way they've been going, so we're going to try to cut them off this morning. We're going to see what happens, and hopefully it's going to be a good hunt, so y'all hang with us. This Mississippi turkey season is proven to be a pretty tough one. We sat here for a few minutes, called a little bit, listened, didn't hear anything, nothing come in. We were kind of expecting these birds, like I said, to be roosted real close by, and it's not that late. Birds aren't gobbling. I don't know if the numbers are just down that much or if they've just shut up and maybe hunting pressure's got them boogered up. I don't know what the deal is, but I know we're getting pretty discouraged with it. But I think me and Colt's gonna run back to the car, and we're just gonna try to cover a bunch of ground, running down the road, stopping a few places. We may just drive till we see a turkey at this point. I ain't real sure what else to do. So y'all hang with us. We're gonna keep after them this morning. All right, so we got back in the car. We're just driving down the road. We packed up and went down to a totally different public land area, and we're just driving down the road, stopping, ever so often and calling and listening. So we're gonna hit a couple spots. We just tried our first spot. Seatbelt dinger. Just tried our first spot out and didn't hear anything, but we're fixing to run down the road to spot number 2 and listen again. So we'll see if we can hear one this morning. Oh, we're gonna try spot number 2 and listen again. We'll see what we hear. Well, spot number 4, I guess. It's been a bust again, so we're gonna keep going down this road and calling. I think we got about 2 more spots that we can hit, and then I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna have to kind of see. Not real sure where this morning's gonna go. I do know that we're gonna go again in the morning, and we're probably gonna try to get out there nice and early. So we'll probably cover some ground tomorrow. But today's hunt ain't looking too promising, but I ain't give up yet. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Good morning, everybody. It is April the 23rd, and we're gonna get back after him again this morning. It has been a tough
season so far here in Mississippi, and we have really struggled. Kolten and I are back out on the public land this morning chasing turkeys, and we're going to get after them hard this morning. We're out here an hour and a half before daylight. Got plenty of time to cover some ground, do some calling and listening, and we're hoping these birds are going to change and start gobbling a little bit. We're thinking maybe it's later in the season, maybe the hens are going to start going to lay, the gobblers are going to get away from the hens a little more frequently. Maybe we can get some action and get on a bird. So it's always good to hear a gobble. You at least feel like you're in the game, and I have not felt like we're in the game this season. So it's been tough, and it's been a little bit disappointing, but we're going to keep after them. We're going to see if we can't make something happen. So appreciate you guys watching these videos. If you hadn't already, guys, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It doesn't hurt anything. Helps this channel grow. We really appreciate you guys watching these videos. We enjoy making them. So y'all hang with me, and we'll see when we get in the woods.
Alright guys, we just got out to the third spot that we tried this morning. Hit the owl call, and pretty sure we heard two different turkeys gobble off in this bottom. So we're fixing to start easing down this ridge, make our way down to this bottom. There's a big swamp down at the bottom where that creek runs into the swamp. They may be roosted down in there. So we're fixing to ease down in here, see if we can't get on them this morning. We just got down here and got set up where we think we're pretty close to where we heard those turkeys. We're looking down a ridge. It kind of opens up right here. There's a lot of fresh scratch. And we got a real nice setup right here. So I got pretty high hopes this morning for this spot. We're going to sit here for a few minutes. We're going to call and just see what happens. Some clucks. So Kolten and I sat real still. I called just a few times, a couple yelps, and scratched in the leaves. And sure enough, we had a hen clucking right behind us. And she hung up and kind of stopped for a second. So I clucked once or twice and just raked some leaves and sat back, real still. And she walked maybe, 5 yards? Yeah. I mean, I could almost have touched her. And she just walked right by us, stayed right in front of us. And there's a big drainage ditch right here at our feet. And she dropped off in that ditch bank. And Kolten was able to get the camera up while she was down in that bottom. And she come up the other side. We got some pretty neat footage of her going out through these hardwoods. Perfect setup. I don't know how she didn't see us. I mean, it's a miracle. She came right the opposite of the direction we thought she would come. We were kind of expecting turkeys to come from in front of us and work their way back towards us. And one will do that right there in reverse. It's dead turkey all day long. Oh yeah. So we're gonna keep sitting here. This setup's looking good. That's the first glimmer of hope we've had this season. So spirits a little higher this morning. We've heard gobbles and seen a turkey. So y'all hang with us because it could get interesting. Alright, so we're going to ease back up this ridge just a little bit. We've been sitting here for about an hour and a half or so, and nothing else came through after that hen. We hadn't heard anything else. She made her way out in front of us and over this ridge, and that's kind of the direction we're thinking we heard that gobbler this morning. So we're going to ease back up to the top of this ridge and follow the top of it out. And where this public meets up to private land, there's a big field. And there's rain in the forecast for this evening, so we're thinking they might be kind of hanging out around the edges of those fields, waiting for this weather to move through. So we're going to ease our way that way and see what we can come up with. So hopefully we'll get on a bird here pretty shortly. guys, something new happened this time too. Walking through and Kolten found a nest, several eggs in it. Unfortunately, a couple of them were busted. I'm not real sure what happened to them, but didn't look like anything had been on them in a while. And like I said, a few of them weren't busted. We didn't mess with them, just left them, tried to preserve them, but just eased on out of the area. So I don't know if the hen will come back to them or not, but looks like something must have got in them at some point here in the last couple of days, unfortunately. So still pretty neat to see. I've never found a turkey nest before, so pretty cool. Alright, we sat down here in this swamp bottom down here for just a minute, called a few times, listened on the edge of these fields, and just nothing. So we're actually fixing to make a run back to the car, jump in the car, head down the road a couple miles, and check out another area and see if we can't find anything over there, and then that's probably going to be our last stop for the day. So hopefully we make something happen at the next spot.
Well, that last spot we wanted to go to ended up being a bust. There was already a truck parked there, so we didn't even get out and call and mess around none. Didn't want to mess him up, so opted to go on back. Kolten had somewhere he needed to be, so we have cut out for the day. Just gonna wrap it up this morning. Had that hen come in, I'm talking about less than 5 yards. I almost could have touched her, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. I don't know how she come by us without seeing us. It was just, I guess we were just hidden well up against that tree we got up against. I tried to stay in the shadow, and there was some brush hanging over from a little small tree next to it. So we had pretty decent cover, and I think that saved us this morning. But anyway, we're gonna probably get back after him. I gotta go back to work in the morning. Kolten and I both gotta be back on shift in the morning. So I'm hoping. I doubt we'll hunt Sunday. Maybe Monday morning we will get back after them. We did hear those two birds gobble, so maybe we starting to get into a little bit of action. At least we know where some birds are. We found some good fresh sign in there, lots of scratch, and we found those eggs. So we know there's birds hanging out in that little block, and it's not a very big block, so pretty excited to get back after them again. Again, thanks for watching the videos, guys. If you hadn't already, again, subscribe. It helps us out a lot, and just helps us grow the channel. So we appreciate you guys checking them out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.